So this is a dumbbell or kettlebell snatch. Again, it's derived from more of an Olympic lift movement with barbell, but this is nicer for at home or just variations of it, of course. So with the snatch, this is also a very explosive movement. You want to make sure you have your cleans, your deadlifts, and overhead movements are safe, effective, and you have good form before you get into something like this. So the first one, it's kind of similar to a clean where we have that hip-driven movement, so a lot of power. So it's keeping it close to the body again, hip, and we're snapping it into that overhead position where we're stacked again. Just like with the press or any other overhead movements, you want to make sure you have that nice, stable shoulder. Stability is good, core is engaged, and you want to start with a lighter weight so you're comfortable with that movement. Again, any overhead stuff, you really want to master the foundations first. But again, from this view, we have that hip and we're snapping it up. So that was a little slower, but you can kind of see it staying close and we're snapping into that overhead position. With the dumbbell and the barbell, it's a little different than with the kettlebell, but all of the mechanics are the same. All of the movements are still very similar. So again, it's more explosive in the hips and we're locking it out. You'll see that was a little slower. I had a little bit of a press going into that one, but if we do nice explosive, you want to lock it out at the top. Again, you want to have that snap. You're keeping it close to the body and it's really, really explosive in the hips, and we're locking into that overhead position. And again, so that was more of a press. I wouldn't necessarily do snatches with a heavier weight to start, but one more time here, and we're locking it up over top. So again, you want to start with a lighter weight with that. You saw my form was a little different with the dumbbell and the kettlebell, so a little heavier to start with the kettlebell snatch. You want to definitely do smaller weights, working on that overhead. Make sure you're strong, stable with the shoulder and the core before you get into heavier snatches. But that is your kettlebell and dumbbell snatch.